Okay, so welcome to the first in a series of about 32 installments. About a year ago, I published my first book called 30 Ways to Happy. When trying to be perfect stops being fun. And I'm going to be publishing each chapter individually here on Woman. And I actually... I'm kind of nervous about this. I have debated whether I'm comfortable enough to do this and whether I want to do it, and like whether it's in keeping even with women's mission. And the reason I'm nervous about it is I share a lot about my life in this book, and since it's gotten published, like I've had mixed feelings about so much of my life being out in the open. And particularly now, like a lot of these stories are from when I was 25 to 28. I'm now 32. So like 5 to 7 years ago. I think I just did that math right. But, I've changed a lot. A lot of my viewpoints have changed. Some things are still the same. And some of these experiences, like I'm not sure if given the choice now, I would necessarily share them in the same way or even share them at all. And that makes me feel really vulnerable. So to go republish these stories on Woman feels in a way like I'm re-vulnerabilizing myself. But ultimately I've chosen to share them. And the reason is it ties directly with Woman's mission, that this is part of my story. This is part of my experience, and stories change. And stories change in the present based upon what they've been in the past and based upon our interpretation, reinterpretation of them in the present. In other posts, I talk about how the way that we speak to ourselves informs our worldview and our experience of the world, because how we talk to ourselves inside dictates what we expect to receive. Like the stories that we say in our head are very similar to the stories that we tell ourselves about the world and that we're involved in, the relationships that we have, what people give us, don't give us, that kind of thing. And so because I believe in the power of stories and because I'm proud to live my life currently, I am also proud to be sharing who I was with you several years ago. As an expression of hope that you'll be comfortable as a viewer, as a participator, as a contributor to this publication with doing the same thing. Like a lot of the responses that I get from women who are thinking of joining us, are something along the lines of like, oh my God, I don't want to be that open about my life. And so that's why, a lot of people choose to contribute anonymously. But what's really been awesome as people get into sharing their stories is I'm seeing more and more people choose to share their stories as themselves. And so this is my mirroring of that courage. This piece in particular is the introduction to the book. I introduce you to myself at that point in time, why I'm writing the book, and what I hope you as the reader get out of it. So here we go.